Two people asked me two questions recently that made me wonder, made me think, I wonder how I would answer those questions. They're kind of the same question, and this video is my attempt to answer those two questions. It's a video for Sheila. Hello, Sheila. And it's a video for Michelle. Hello, Michelle. Now, I could have just recorded a video for Sheila individually and a video for Michelle individually and just sent those two people the respective videos. But something about that, I don't know, I just prefer to speak like this to both Sheila and Michelle and to you, whoever you are watching this video. I just prefer, this just feels more natural to share openly, widely. I don't particularly think I share in a different way, so it just seems odd for me to speak of this interesting thing, the answer to these two questions, and for only two people to know about it. So that's why this video is going on to YouTube and everyone can watch. I hope that's okay, Sheila and Michelle. And I'm gonna be reflective, because I don't shave very often and I haven't shaved brilliantly today, but I have shaved, and the reason I've shaved is because that's when I record videos. So I've just recorded a Weekly Wonder and a Monthly Marvel with the same blue top. Normally I change my tops so that you can't see that I've done one after another, but I couldn't be bothered. I did change locations. So I've shot the 3 videos today in different locations. This video is going to answer the question, why am I so happy these days? And I'm going to try and describe my connection to the truth. So I will answer the first question, and maybe the answer to the second question you'll hear, or maybe I'll answer the second question afterwards. So, I have to look at my notes a little bit, because I will speak off the cuff, but can't do it completely. Forgive me. Why am I so happy these days? That's a great question. Do I have these things? A wife, children, and a dog? Or a loving, sexy girlfriend? Or a 7-figure coaching practice? A 6-figure coaching practice? A 5-figure coaching practice? Do I have fantastic relationships with all my family members? Is everything going my way? Everything? Do I have enough money? Do I have a Jaguar XK sports car? I really want one of those. Do I have a fiction or non-fiction book deal? Am I in my own band, singing, performing, expressing myself fully to the whole world? Now, no is the answer to all those questions, obviously. No, I don't have those things. Yes, those things matter to me. Yes, they do. I think about them quite often, in one form or another. Why am I so happy these days? It's because I know that I don't need those things to be happy. I feel happy in myself, whatever my circumstances are. There's something very comforting about that. I have got a lot of things going for me. I am grateful for what I have. I know there are things about my life that other people are stressing in their jobs, in their relationships. They're stressing to not be me, to not be single, to not have, quote, enough money in the bank in the foreseeable future. To not be fulfilling themselves as they think that they should be. I'm happy because of no reason. Because happiness is who I am when I stop thinking about everything. And I see that, I recognize it. And it feels good. It feels really, really, really good. And I can start relationships lightly. I can make a hash of them, as I've done quite a lot in my life. And I'm not too bothered about it. Like, I just make a hash of it, recover myself, make up for things, move on. It's not like I'm doing everything perfectly. It's not like everything's going my way. It's not like I don't have down days. I do have down days. But they just don't matter so much to me like they used to do. They don't mean what they used to mean. They don't really mean anything. I just get through it. And don't take life so personally. Why am I so happy these days? I'm aware of my own contentedness, my okayness, my enoughness. I understand quite well the inside-out nature of the human experience, that I am responsible for the life that I'm creating. I'm not responsible for what happens to me. I'm responsible for what I make of what happens to me. Life just feels lighter, easier, more fun. Much, much more fun. Ah yes, why am I so happy these days? Have I had these spiritual experiences? An awakening experience a la Sid Banks or Byron Katie or Eckhart Tolle? Have I had some kind of sexual union, oneness with a partner, the kind that's promised by tantric sex practitioners? Have I experienced divine love, oneness, where everything breaks down and I can just see the interconnectedness of everything, and I just experience it, and I can see everything is one? Have I experienced some kind of kundalini bliss? Or have I experienced home or my godness? Well, no, I haven't. I know many people that have. What I have experienced is a lack of wanting to seek answers. I know where all the answers are that I will ever need in my life. I know where they are. They're inside me. I am not a seeker anymore. I am not a seeker anymore. These experiences that many others have had, maybe I'll have them, maybe I won't. Doesn't matter to me. The truth is what matters to me. And I feel nearer and nearer to that truth. So whenever I listen to Three Principles teachers like George Pransky, Aaron Turner, Michael Neal, Sid Banks, Dickon Bettinger, Elsie Spittle, Rudy and Jenny Kennard, anybody, when I listen to Mooji, Byron Katie, Eckhart Tolle, Jeff Foster, when I listen to anyone talking about life, truth, now, for the most part, I compare the answers to my answers. I am not listening to learn from them. I am seeing, do they see what I see? Do they see what I see? And then I listen to Jeff Foster and I think, oh, you see what I see, and you explain it so wonderfully. I listen to Byron Katie and I think, oh, that is a beautiful way of highlighting that we create our own experience. I listen to Sid Banks and I hear the feeling, I feel the feeling of his words. What he says doesn't really matter, where he says it from. very special place. I listened for their feeling as he advocated. I don't listen to these people to learn. I don't yearn to know what they know. I see the truth. The invisible flowers in the corner of my eye that holds the answers to everything. And when I turn, it moves away. I see these invisible flowers. I know what they look like. This answer that is the answer to everything. And I listen to other teachers to see how they describe these invisible flowers, to see how it fits with my description. Sometimes I may not understand what they say, and that could be because of how they've said it, or it could be because I do not see quite as much as they see. But that's okay. This is not a competition. The woods would be silent if only the birds with the best voices sang. That is a mangled quote from Henry David Thoreau, I think. The woods would be silent if only the birds with the best voices sang. We all have a voice. We all have our voice. We all have our understanding of the truth. Some of us are very far away from that understanding and lost and desperate and depressed and anxious and at the mercy of their thoughts and feelings swirling in one way than the other. Others are more grounded and see the truth every now and then it's away. And yet others see the truth so deeply that they are able to help others see the truth. But it's always a unique viewing of the truth that we all have. There is only one truth, but there is many. It's such an infinite truth, and I'm making this up, but it's such an infinite truth. There's so many ways to see it. Just a moment. Apologies. I live in clock heaven / clock hell. I run my life by clock timers. It makes sense for me to do so. I think it's very odd for other people to experience, but it kind of works for me. I'll stop doing it when it makes sense for me to stop doing it. That was a timer going off for no particular reason, other than maybe to highlight another part of me in this video. Yeah, maybe I was waffling. The truth, no one can see the full truth. We all see a unique perspective of it. And that uniqueness is represented by our unique shape in this world. That is a clue to our unique seeing of the truth, our unique contribution to the truth, our unique offering, our unique song, our unique voice, the fact that we look unique. There is no copy of you. Even identical twins, there is no copy of you. You are unique. That is for a reason. So, why am I so happy these days? I know where my experience of life comes from, 100% inside, which means when I have dark feelings, happy feelings, confused feelings, sad feelings, angry feelings, ecstatic feelings, they're my feelings. I may blame the outside sometimes, but I know really that life does not work like that. These are my feelings. I am responsible for them. They've come from me. I get to enjoy them. I get to enjoy the ride that Bill Hicks talks about in his great video and his great stand-up comedy routine of the 80s. I know that enjoying the swirl of emotions, feelings, thoughts, moods that goes on in my body, that's my privilege. And I am responsible for it. That means I don't have to control what goes on outside anymore. And that takes a lot of pressure off me. I am responsible for my feelings. I am not responsible for yours. That is a fantastic place to live in. Why am I so happy these days? I know I am enough. I've stopped seeking. I'm just okay. And listening to life, etc. The teachings I can get from the spiritual teachers, the teachings I can get from a baby girl, the teachings I can get from a dog, a flower swaying in the wind, the rain falling, wanted by some, unwanted by others. All of that reminds me who I am, reminds me of the truth. Describe my connection to the truth. Well, maybe I have just done that. Maybe it's a feeling, a loving feeling, quietly smouldering inside me, that I tune into more and more as my thoughts die down. Maybe it's this feeling of home that many people speak of. Maybe it's contained in silence. I can't really describe my connection to the truth, really. I don't know how strong it is. I don't know whether your connection is stronger than mine or weaker. It doesn't really matter. It's about, for me, it's about connecting with myself. It's about singing my song, expressing myself, being who I am. All of me, the flaws, the fabulousnesses, the ups, the downs, the ebb, the flow, the tide of Steve M. Nash. Imagine asking all the mothers in the world who loves their child the most. Would it be meaningful? Would the answer be meaningful? Would anybody really be interested in that answer? Really? I cannot think that there is any mother that does not think that they love their child the most. That is how it is with the connection to the truth. It doesn't matter how tenuous it is, it's enough. That's how it is with the connection with yourself. It doesn't matter how tenuous it is, you just have to feel that connection. Know it's there even when you're lost and you're away from it. I feel myself, I feel the truth, I feel okayness, happy, content, enough. Maybe next year I will feel this more deeply. Maybe next year I will be lost forever because I'm mistaken now, or I think I'm mistaken. It doesn't really matter. I will come back to this because this is who I am. Spiritual teachers can help point me there sometimes, and sometimes they can steer you away because you end up looking in the wrong direction. You end up looking outside at the teachers rather than inside at what they're pointing to. Does any of this make sense? Sheila? Michelle? Anyone else who's watching this video? Does any of it make sense? Why am I so happy these days? I don't know. I just am.